Good morning, student. Welcome back here in your social science class. As you already know that we are discussing chapter the Delhi Sultan, and this chapter is from your history and chapter number 3. Today we will discuss part 3 of the chapter. In part 1 and part 2 we have already discussed some of the important points of this chapter, just like how to finding about the Delhi Sultans, then from garrison town to empire. We have already discussed some important questions also from mid of the chapter. Now let's come back here. Today we will discuss other important points of this chapter. First, look at here, student, the masjid. All of you know about the masjid, a Muslim place for worship. Just like take an example of Hinduism also, a temple, you can say that temple is a place for worship of Hindu. And then if you talk about the Gurdwara, a place where which thing is for Sikh. And then what about the church? For Christian. So same as first we will talk about the Muslim. So Muslim, a mosque. Okay, so a mosque, a place for worship. So a mosque is called a masjid in Arabic. What it called in Arabic? Yes, it is called a masjid. So literally a place where a Muslim, okay, so mosque or masjid is a place, which place where a Muslim prostrates. So prostrates means you can say that lying stretch out on the ground with one's face downwards. अपनी prayer करते हैं. Okay. In reverence, it means deep respect for someone or something to Allah. जो मुस्लिम्स हैं वो अपनी प्रेयर करते हैं कहाँ जाके? मॉस्क में जाके, मस्जिद में जाके. ओके, इन द प्रेयर ऑफ अल्लाह. ओके, सो इन अ कॉन्ग्रेगेशनल मॉस्क इट मीन्स मस्जिद जामी और जामा मस्जिद. which yes, मस्जिद जामी और जामा मस्जिद. Muslim read their prayers you can say that namaz. Okay, just like in Hinduism, puja. Okay, so same as in Muslims also, prayers, it is known as namaz together. एक साथ पढ़ते हैं. Members of the congregation, okay, so choose the most respected learned male as their leader also. If we talk about the most respected learned man in Muslim also, leader, just like Hinduism, temples, we call pujari. Okay, then like Christians, okay, father, church, in church there ना. So same as in Muslim, but yes, इमाम होते हैं बेटा आपके जो मोस्ट रिस्पेक्टफुल आपके जो वहाँ उनके वो होते हैं. ठीक है, for the rituals of the prayer. He also delivered the sermon. Sermon means khutbah during the Friday prayer. Friday is the most important day of the Muslims. Okay, you can say that बहुत बड़ा दिन होता है. khutbah they place sermon khutbah during the Friday prayer. Jamaat in Hindi, you can say that also. During prayer, Muslims stand facing Makkah. Makkah here the word, it means Makkah is a place. Okay, in India this is to the west. मक्का जो है आपके इंडिया में जो है वेस्ट की तरफ है. सो दैट्स वाई ऑल ऑफ यू नो अबाउट सन सेट्स ऑल्सो वेस्ट. सो उनका फेस किस साइड होता है? वेस्ट की साइड. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द किबला. Okay, what it called? This is called the Qibla. Now look at here in figure, as you can see, this figure is given, figure 2. Okay, here as you can see, Quwat al-Islam. Okay, so this is a mosque. Okay, which mosque? Quwat al-Islam mosque. And which thing? Yes, minaret built during the last decade of the 12th century. When was it built? Yes, Quwat al-Islam mosque during the decade of the 12th century, and this was the congregational mosque of the first city built by the Delhi Sultan. Described in the chronicles as Delhi Kunha, and where it described in the chronicles as Delhi Kunha, the old city. Okay, the mosque was enlarged by Iltutmish and Alauddin Khilji. To whom? Iltutmish and Alauddin Khilji. The mosque was enlarged by whom? Iltutmish and Alauddin Khilji. The minar was built by two sultans. As you can see here, the minar. Okay, here. Okay, so the minar was built by two sultans, Kutubuddin Aibak and Iltutmish. Now just look at the another picture. It is figure 3 in your book. Okay, just look at here. So Begumpuri Mosque. Which mosque is it? Begumpuri Mosque, and built in the reign of Muhammad Tughlaq. whose reign, yes, Muhammad Tughlaq, was the main mosque of Jahanpanah, the sanctuary of the world, and his new capital in Delhi. Now, just look at the another mosque here. This mosque is Maut Ki Masjid. Okay, figure 4 given in your book. This mosque is known Maut Ki Masjid and built in the reign of Sikandar Lodi. In the reign of whom? Yes, in the reign of Sikandar Lodi by his minister. Okay. Now the last one, as you can see here. Okay, Mosque of Zamali Kamali. Which mosque? Mosque of Zamali Kamali. Okay, built in the late 1520s. And when? Between in the late, which one? Yes, built in the late 1520s. So, the Delhi Sultans built several mosques in the cities all over the subcontinent. बहुत से mosques बनाए बेटा Delhi Sultans ने. Why? Why? These demonstrated their claims to be protectors of Islam and Muslim. Mosques also had to create the sense of the community of believers also. Okay, who shared a belief system, just like you can say that, and a code of conduct. It was necessary to reinforce this idea of a community because Muslim came from a variety of backgrounds. Now students, just look at here. Next topic, a closer look. Okay, administration and consolidation under the Khalzis and Tughlaq. Consolidation means here बेटा to bring together. Okay, जो उनके अलग अलग राज्य थे उनको कैसे मिलाया जाए और कैसे the action और process of making something और stronger और more solid, कैसे वहाँ उनका जो administration था बहुत solid और powerful किया जाए. Okay, under whom reign? Under the Khalzis and Tughlaq. So, the consolidation of a kingdom as vast as Delhi Sultanate needed reliable governors and administration. Which we think, पता है आपको बहुत ज़्यादा उनका vast empire हो रहा था, तो उसको मिलाने के लिए वहाँ consolidation करने के लिए what they needed? They needed reliable governors and administrators. Rather than appointing aristocrats and landed chieftains. एरिस्टोक्रेट्स मीन्स यू कैन से दैट कि जो बहुत वहाँ के बड़े बड़े जो उनको अपॉइंट करने के बजाय और लैंडेड जो शेफ्टियंस थे. शेफ्टियंस मीन्स यू ऑल ऑफ यू नो अबाउट इट मीन्स अ लीडर ऑफ अ पीपल. Okay, which yeah, the leader of a people, okay, or a person who rule or guide or inspire other, the leader of a people of group. Okay, so which thing? Rather than appointing aristocrats and landed chieftains and governor, the early Delhi Sultan, स्पेशली इल्तुतमिश, किसकी बात करें हम बेटा? सबसे पहले इल्तुतमिश. उन्होंने नहीं अपॉइंट करे कि मैं बहुत बड़े राज जो उनके रिलेटिव्स थे, एरिस्टोक्रेट जो उनके रिलेटिव थे, ओके, बड़े बड़े जो हाई पोस्ट पे थे या जो लैंडेड शिफ्टन थे, उन्होंने उनको एज अ गवर्नर दे डिडंट अपॉइंटेड दैट टाइम, नहीं अपॉइंट किया एज अ गवर्नर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. वो किस पे ज़्यादा भरोसा करते थे? दे फेवर देयर स्पेशल स्लेव्स. किस पे? यस, special slaves purchased for military service. Which slaves Iltutmish purchased? Okay, special slaves they purchased for their military service, and those slaves called bandagan. So bandagan in Persian. So what do you understand by bandagan? Special slaves purchased for military service. Okay, and in Persian it is called bandagan. They were carefully trained to man some of the most important political office in the kingdom. Okay, those slaves, okay, so those slaves को क्या किया जाता था? उनको particularly जो है train किया जाता था. After train करने के बाद ही, that's why other things also, since they were totally dependent upon their master, the Sultan could trust and rely upon them. सुल्तान उन पर बहुत ट्रस्ट करता था बेटा. Why? What's the reason? Because they were totally dependent upon their leaders, master. Okay, those slaves were very trustfully because of Sultan, because those slaves were totally dependent upon their masters, and Sultan also could trust and rely upon them. Even you can say that slaves rather than sons. The Sultan will advise a slave who one has brought up and promoted. जो उनके slaves होते थे, जो उनके बंदगान वर्ड जिसके लिए यूज हुआ है, वो उनको ऊंची high as governors and administrators promote करते थे. Okay, must be looked after, for it needed a whole lifetime and good luck to find a worthy and experienced slave. Wise men have said that the worthy and experienced slaves is better than a son. कि एक जो slaves है, it's too much better. कि अगर किसी किंग को बहुत वर्थली और ट्रस्टफुली स्लेव्स मिल जाता है तो वो इट्स सो मच बेटर, एक्सपीरियंस स्लेव इज बेटर देन अ सन. So that's why the Khalzis and Tughlaq, okay, whom? Yes, the Khalzis and Tughlaq continue to use bandagan and also raise people of humble birth. उन्होंने continue रखा ये process बंदगान वाला, जो उनके special slaves होते थे, who were often their clients. Clients words here बेटा, someone who is under the protection of another. Okay, जो उनके under होते थे, उनको client are dependent or hanger on. टू हाई पॉलिटिकल पोजिशन, उन्होंने उनके जो स्लेव्स थे उन्होंने उनको हाई पॉलिटिकल पोजिशन में. दे वर अपॉइंटेड एज जनरल्स एंड गवर्नर्स. सो दोज स्लेव्स वर अपॉइंटेड एंड विच पोस्ट्स? यस, दोज स्लेव्स वर और क्लाइंट्स यू कैन से दैट अपॉइंटेड एज जनरल्स एंड गवर्नर दैट टाइम बाय द सुल्तान. हाउएवर दिस ऑल्सो इंट्रोड्यूस्ड एन element of political instability. Okay, slaves and clients were loyal that time. All of you know about slaves and clients all of you know about someone who is under the protection of another. Okay, or you can say that those person who is protection of another of those sultans. Okay, sultans जो उनका reign होता था उस time. So slaves and clients were loyal to their masters and patrons. उनके जो मास्टर्स होते थे, उनके जो पैट्रॉन्स होते थे, स्लेव बहुत लॉयल होते थे, बट नॉट टू देयर हायर, बट उनके सन्स, ओके, उनके जो रिलेटिव, नॉट फॉर देयर हायर. New sultans had their own servants. As a result, the accession of a new monarch often saw conflict between the old and the new nobility. So क्या होता था कि whenever the new sultan appointed, they had their own slaves and clients. But what about the old? So that's why conflict occurred that time between the old and the new nobility. So that's why the patronage of these humble people by the Delhi Sultan shocked many elites, and the author of Persian Tariq criticized the Delhi Sultan for appointing the low and base born to high office. So criticize, who criticized? Yes, Tariq, all of you know about, very learned man. So they started to criticize the Delhi Sultan for appointing to which thing? For appointing the low and base born के जो बहुत नीचे थे. So they started criticize the Delhi Sultan. Tariq, okay, well learned man, as you all of you know that they started the Delhi Sultan for appointing the low and base born की जो बहुत गरीब पैदा हुए हैं, आप उनको ट्रेन कर रहे हो और उसको देन हाई ऑफिस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, तो आप उन्होंने क्रिटिसाइज करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. Same as if we talk about like the earlier sultan. Okay, yes, like the earlier sultan, the Khalzi and Tughlaq. Which one? Yes, the Khalzi and Tughlaq also monarch appointed military commanders and governor of territories of varying sizes. Who needed also? Who want to appointed military commanders and governor of territories? Khalzi and Tughlaq. So these land were called Iqta. So which land? Yes, these land were called Iqta. Okay, the Iqta, you can say that during the Sultanate period, the noble were given grants of land. So these lands were called Iqta. Okay, and their holder was called Iqtedar or Mukti. ओके, सो जो लैंड थे जिनको इक्ता कहा गया, उनको एक होल्डर्स, ओके, सो व्हाट इट कॉल्ड? इट वाज कॉल्ड इक्तेदार और मुक्ति, बोथ आर सेम. ठीक है. सो व्हाट वाज द ड्यूटी? The duty of the Mukti or the duty of the Iqtidar was to lead military campaigns and maintain law and order in their iqtas. जो उनका law and order, what the duties of the Iqtidar or Mukti that time? टू लीड मिलिट्री कैंपेन, सबसे पहले मिलिट्री को एक्सपैंड करें एंड मेंटेन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इन देयर इक्ता, जो उनको लैंड मिले हैं होल्ड करने के लिए, उनको वहाँ एडमिनिस्ट्रेट करने के लिए. इन एक्सचेंज फॉर देयर मिलिट्री सर्विस द मुक्ति कलेक्टेड द रेवेन्यू ऑल्सो. विच थिंग्स दे कलेक्टेड? यस, So, in exchange for their military service, the Muktis collected the revenue of their assignment as salaries, as a base of salary. They also paid their soldiers for these revenues. Yes, Iqtidar or Muktis also paid which things? Paid revenues also to whom? Their soldiers. Then, these harsh, which thing? Yes, you can say that the control over muktis was most effective if their office was not inheritable and if they were assigned iqtas for a short period of time before being shifted. These harsh conditions of service were rigorously imposed ड्यूरिंग द रेन ऑफ अलाउद्दीन खिलजी एंड मोहम्मद तुगलक. बट किसके टाइम पे? जो आपके अलाउद्दीन खिलजी और मोहम्मद तुगलक है उसके टाइम पे जो ये इक्ताज है वो शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम पहले ही शिफ्ट कर दिया जाता था. अकाउंटेंट्स वर ऑल्सो अपॉइंटेड बाय द स्टेट टू चेक द अमाउंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू. ओके, फॉर द चेकिंग ऑफ द अमाउंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू अकाउंटेंट्स वॉज ऑल्सो अपॉइंटेड बाय द स्टेट. And revenue, as you all of you know that, check the amount of revenue collected by whom? Collected by the muktis. की जो revenue muktis कलेक्ट करते थे उसको अकाउंट्स को चेक करने के लिए अपॉइंट किए जाते थे अकाउंटेंट्स. केयर वॉज टेकन दैट द मुक्ति कलेक्टेड ओनली द टैक्सेस. बट द मुक्ति ओनली कलेक्टेड, मुक्ति क्या कलेक्ट करता था? सिर्फ ओनली कलेक्टेड द टैक्सेस एंड prescribed by the state, and then he kept the required number of soldiers also. Which things? Required number of soldiers also. Now, as the Delhi Sultan brought the hinterland of the cities under their control. अब जो दिल्ली सुल्तान थे उन्होंने hinterlands की जो सिटीज थी उनको भी कंट्रोल करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. दे फोर्स द लैंडेड शेफ्टेन्स, द समांता aristocrats and rich landlord to accept their authority. Okay, so now the sultan started to force the landed chieftains जिनका राज्य वहाँ चल रहा था और जो समांता थे और जो वहाँ एरिस्टोक्रेट्स थे एंड जो रिच लैंडलॉर्ड कि दैट यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द ऑथोरिटी of Delhi Sultan. So under Alauddin Khilji, the state brought the assessment and collection of land revenue under its control. Okay, under whom reign? Yes, under the Alauddin Khilji. Okay, the land brought the assessment and collection of land revenue under start हो गया land revenue collect करना. The right of the local chieftains to levy taxes were cancelled and they were also forced to pay taxes. So those things, okay, now started the right of the local chieftain to levy taxes. उनको भी अब they have to pay. Okay, they were forced to which thing? Okay, levy chieftains also have to pay the which thing? Taxes to the Delhi Sultan. कि अब आपको भी टैक्स देना होगा जो वहाँ के levy chieftains थे जिनका राज्य चल रहा था. Okay, so some of the old chieftains and landlords served the sultanate as revenue collectors and assessors. Okay, there were 3 types of taxes. You must know about 3 types of taxes. The first one is on cultivation called kharaj. Which one? On cultivation it is called kharaj and amounting to about 50% of the peasant produce. How much? Yes, amount actually you can say that कि 50% की जितना भी peasant एक किसान produce करेगा उसका 50% they have to give as a taxes. On cattle also second thing. Okay, cattle rearing and all, and even on houses also they have to pay taxes. It is important that large parts of the subcontinent remained outside the control of the Delhi Sultan. But still, large part of the control outside the still remained control of the Delhi Sultan. अब भी बहुत large part था जो दिल्ली सुल्तान के कंट्रोल में नहीं आया था. So it was difficult to control distant provinces like Bengal from Delhi and soon after annexing southern India. It's so difficult कि दिल्ली सुल्तान तो दिल्ली में रह रहा है बेटा, but it's so difficult to from Delhi to control the Bengal, to control the Sindh. The entire region became independent. So that's why that entire region became independent. Even in the Gangetic Plain, there were forested areas that Sultanate forts could not penetrate. Okay, forest areas also there. So it's too difficult forest areas to control from Gangetic Plain than there, na? So local chieftains established their rule. So क्या किया local chieftains ने अपना rule करना start कर दिया. In these regions, sometimes rulers like Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad Tughlaq could force their control in these areas, but only for a short duration. That time it's too difficult to control the outside areas from Delhi, because it is so far away. Also Gangtok plains also, okay, there were forested areas, so सुल्तान इतना फोर्स नहीं कर पाते थे कि वहाँ हमारा ही राज्य चलेगा. सो दैट्स वाई लोकल chieftains स्टैब्लिश देयर रूल इन दीज रीजन. समटाइम्स क्या होता था, व्हाट हैपन लाइक अलाउद्दीन खलजी एंड मोहम्मद तुगलक कुड फोर्स देयर कंट्रोल. फोर्स करते थे कि यू हैव टू फॉलो आवर रूल्स एंड रेगुलेटरी, बट ओनली फॉर अ शॉर्ट पीरियड. विच थिंग? बट ओनली फॉर अ शॉर्ट पीरियड. So student, you must know about the Shaftians and their fortifications. Okay, fortification, as you all of you know that we have already studied, a defensive wall or other reinforcement built to strengthen a place against attack. एक किलाबंदी कर दी जाती थी. Okay, so Ibn Battuta. Okay, it is very important. Ibn Battuta, a 14th century traveler from Morocco. So कौन सा traveler? From 14th century traveler, and from where? Morocco, Africa. Explain that Shaftians sometimes, what they explain, fortified themselves in mountains, in rocky, uneven and rugged places, as well as in the bamboo grove. कौन सी चीजें what they fortified themselves, कहाँ एक छुपा लिया जाता था? But just like rocky, uneven and rugged place, as well as in bamboo grove. In India, the bamboo is not hollow; it is big. Its several parts are so intertwined that even fire cannot affect them. Yes, even so much it's so big, and even you can say that several parts are intertwined, and that fire cannot also, and they affect, and they are the whole very strong. The Shaftian live in these forests, which serve them as rampart inside, which are their cattle and their crops. There is also water for them within. Which thing also water? Yes, water. That is rain water which collected there. Okay, hence they cannot be swept except by the powerful armies who, entering these forests, cut down the bamboos with specially prepared instruments. So these are the words. Okay, now about the Mongol also. Okay, now the Mongols under Genghis Khan. Okay, Mongols also, invention of Mongol, you can say that the Mongol under Genghis Khan invaded Transonia in the northeast Iran in 1219, and the Delhi Sultanate faced their onslaught soon after. Got it? Who? Yes, Mongol under whom? Under Genghis Khan invaded means beta to enter country by force with large number of soldiers in order to take possession of it. ट्रांसओशियाना इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट ईरान इन 1218 कि आपके जो मंगोल थे वो आ गए, इन्वेडेड फोर्सफुली. ओके, एंड द दिल्ली सल्तनत फेस देयर ऑनस्लॉट सून आफ्टर. मंगोल अटैक्ड ऑन द दिल्ली सल्तनत. देन आफ्टर दिस हु अटैक? मंगोल ने अटैक करना स्टार्ट करा जब वो घुस गए चंगेज खान के साथ. देन मंगोल अटैक्ड ऑन द दिल्ली सल्तनत increased during the reign of Alauddin Khalji and in the early years of Muhammad Tughlaq's rule. Okay, this forced the two rulers to mobilize a last standing army in Delhi, which posed a huge administrative challenge. This is a huge administrative challenge also of those two rulers. Okay, to find out the last standing army उनको चाहिए थी. Now just look at the another table बेटा. How two sultans dealt with this, कि उन्होंने कैसे लार्ज जो उनको आर्मी चाहिए थी या जो मंगोल ने उन पे अटैक किया उन्होंने कैसे इसको डील किया. ओके, now look at here Alauddin Khalji and here Muhammad Tughlaq. Delhi was attacked twice in 1299 and 1300 and 1302 to 1303 here, as you can see. As a defensive measure, Alauddin Khalji raised a large standing army. Okay, बहुत large standing army. Then here if you talk about the Muhammad Tughlaq, the Sultanate was attacked in the early years of the Muhammad Tughlaq reign. Early years, you can say that. The Mongol army was defeated. Which army was defeated that time? Okay, in Muhammad Tughlaq reign, Mongol army. And Muhammad Tughlaq was confident about the strength of his army and his resources to plan and attacked of Transosnia. He therefore raised a large standing. उनको बहुत confident मिल गया क्योंकि मंगोल के हिराने के बाद. Then we talk about the Alauddin Khalji constructed a new garrison town named Siri for his soldiers. Which one? Siri. Okay, so rather than constructing a new garrison town, the oldest of the four cities of Delhi, Delhi Kuna, was emptied of its residents and the soldiers garrisoned there. The residents of the old city were sent to the new capital of Daulatabad in the south, which were Daulatabad. उन्होंने नहीं बनाया कि हम new और garrison town establish करेंगे. If we talk about the Alauddin Khalji, the soldiers had to be fed. This was done through the produce collectors tax from lands between the Ganga and Yamuna. Tax was fixed. Tax क्या था आपका? Fixed था at 50% of the peasants' each. Okay, 50%. And if we talk about the Muhammad Tughlaq, produce from the same area was collected as tax to feed the army. Which thing? Yes, same area tax they produced that time to feed to which thing? Feed the army. But to meet the expense of maintaining such a large numbers of soldiers, the Sultan levied additional taxes. उन्हें additional taxes की भी ज़रूरत पड़नी पड़ी क्योंकि standing army बहुत थी मोहम्मद तुगलक के टाइम पे. This coincided with famine in the area. बहुत problem भी हुई. Now look at here another things also. If we talk about the Alauddin Khalji and if we talk about the Muhammad Tughlaq, the soldier had to be paid. Alauddin chose to pay his soldiers salaries in cash rather than iqtas. उन्होंने rather than cash which thing कि salaries pay करते थे cash. And if you talk about the Muhammad Tughlaq, he also paid his soldier cash salaries, but instead of controlling prices, he used a token currency. But they used Muhammad Tughlaq token currency, somewhat like present day paper currency, but made out of cheap metals, not gold and silver. की cheap metals से होती थी वो gold and silver. People in the 14th century did not trust their coins. These coins that time ना people of the 14th century trust नहीं करते थे. They were very smart. They saved their gold and silver coins and paid to all their taxes to the state. Again वो वही gold and silver coins अपने save करके जो उनको currency देते थे metals की वही pay करते थे as a taxes. This cheap currency could also be counterfeit easily. Okay. And if you talk about the soldier had to be paid. Alauddin chose to pay his soldiers salaries in cash. They also, Alauddin Khalji also. The soldier would buy their supplies from merchant in Delhi and it was thus feared that merchant would raise their prices. Now, Alauddin administrative measures were quite successful and chronicles praised his reign for his cheap prices and efficient supply of goods in the market. Okay, if we talk about the goods also in the market, he successfully withstood the threat of Mongol invasion. And if we talk about the Tughlaq, Muhammad Tughlaq, administrative measures were a failure. Okay, whose measure were successful? Alauddin Khilji. And if we talk about the Muhammad Tughlaq measure, it were a failure. His campaign into Kashmir was a disaster. He then gave up to plan to invade Transosnia and disband his large army. Transoxiana से जो आ रही थी, okay, Transoxiana and disabled. Meanwhile, his administrative measures created complication. The shifting of the people to Daulatabad were recentered. जो Daulatabad उन्होंने shift किया था, okay, new capital जो उन्होंने बनाई थी, वो again recentered होने लगी. The raising of taxes and famine in the Ganga Yamuna belt led to widespread rebellion, and finally the token currency had to be recalled. So student, now you got it which list I have explained. So in that list, Muhammad Tughlaq failure, we sometimes forget that for the first time in the history of the Sultanate, a Delhi Sultan planned a campaign to capture Mongol territory. Just like unlike Alauddin's defensive measures, Muhammad Tughlaq measures were conceived as a part of military offensive against the Mongols. Now at last, the Sultan in the 15th and 16th century, we will talk. This is the last topic of the chapter. So after the Tughlaq, the Sayyid and Lodi dynasty ruled from Delhi and Agra until 1526. So Tughlaq के बाद जो Sayyid and Lodi dynasty ruled that time in Delhi and Agra and went until 1526. By then, Jaunpur, Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, Rajasthan. Which one? Jaunpur, Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and the entire South India had independent ruler. दिल्ली सुल्तान जो आपका लास्ट आपके आ गए अलाउद्दीन खलजी एंड मोहम्मद तुगलक, उसके बाद सैयद एंड लोरी डायनेस्टी ने रूल करा इन दिल्ली एंड आगरा until 1526. some of the things just like some of the places also just like Jaunpur हो गया आपका, Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, Rajasthan and the entire South India had now became independent rulers and who established flourishing states and prosperous capital. Okay, this was also the period which saw the emergence of new ruling group. Like that time many other rulers also emerging that time, just like the Afghans and the Rajput also. Which one? Yes, Afghan and the Rajput also. Some of the states established in this period were very small but powerful. Those states established in that period, so but they were very small but powerful also and extremely well administrated. Sher Shah Suri, if you talk about the Sher Shah Suri challenged and defeated the Mughal Emperor Humayun. Okay, when 1530 to 1540, 1555 to 1556. Sher Shah captured Delhi and established his own dynasty. So who captured Delhi? Sher Shah captured Delhi and he established his own dynasty. Although the Suri dynasty ruled for only 15 years. Which dynasty? Sher Shah Suri dynasty ruled कितने साल तक? सिर्फ 15 साल तक, 15 years. From when to when? 1540 to 1555, and it introduced a administrative that borrowed elements from Alauddin Khilji and made them more efficient. अपने आप को ज़्यादा efficient उन्होंने prove करा. Sher Shah Suri administration became the model followed by the great emperor Ashoka 1556 to 1605 when he consolidated the Mughal Empire. After this, beta, that's it. From next chapter, now the great emperor Akbar. Okay, in next chapter, the Mughal emperor, we will study about the more about Mughal emperor after the Delhi Sultanate, after whom? After Sher Shah Suri, and administrator also became the model followed by whom? The great emperor Akbar. So for today's student, that's it. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day ahead.